What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld Podcast. We're going to be talking Week 2 Monday Night Football, and I know a lot of you guys, when this game started, you got a little beside yourself. You wanted to say, yeah, the Packers are done, Aaron Rodgers sucks, the team sucks, all that stuff, because the Lions went right down and did whatever they wanted to the Packers defense. And, for the most part, the first half, you kind of felt like the Packers weren't a team that was going to compete this year. And, the NFC North, they're done, they're trash, whatever. And then it turned out in the second half that the Lions were who we thought they were. So they came out fierce. I want you guys to understand, I'm not knocking the Lions overall saying look, dude, they're just a terrible... No, I am doing that. They're a terrible franchise. When you look at what happened with Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson, those are two of the greatest players that ever played in the National Football League. And the way that you leave a franchise and the way that the team is just geared to not caring about anything as far as their star players, that's a very, very bad look. So I don't believe in the Lions at all. I think that, them going 0-16 that one season was well-deserved. And it is what it is, bro. But again, Jared Goff came out. He played pretty well to start the game. If you look at the whole aspect in its entirety, I think they started and played very, very well. Hawkinson is looking like he's going to be a really, really good player. Although he's a tight end, he's obviously not as, he's not as fast as a decent wide receiver or Calvin Johnson that they've had in the past, obviously. DeAndre Swift, he's going to have to learn a little bit more about what's going on in the NFL, but he looks like he can also be a good receiving back. Jared Goff is going to be what Jared Goff is. And as we know, everything starts with the quarterback, which is why they get paid so much money. I just don't believe in Jared Goff. I did it. He got the Rams to the Super Bowl. That was great, but it was all defensively. We know that. They could have easily won that Super Bowl as well if he would have made a couple of decent throws. So it's not a situation where I believe that Goff is going to take the Lions where they need to go. And I know that front office is probably like, it's just a waiting game. Because I would not be surprised if the Lions ended up in the draft, taking a quarterback in the first round for the next draft. So, the Lions, right now, it was a point when we thought that they would be a suitable team, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Good defense. They were playing pretty well. They fired the coach that was there. And then, everything has just been haywire since then. So I don't know what their full plan is. But again, because it's those division games, you never know what you're going to get. I would say it's like a box of chocolates, shout out to Forrest Gump, but we know what the Lions are. So I was looking through my Twitter feed, and shout out to everybody that follows me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, all at GmiasWorld. You guys are the true GOATs, but I already knew it was going to happen. Look, listen, you know what it is, bro? It's like when you see a lot of clouds, it's going to rain. Certain things are going to happen. The Lions are going to fall. They're not going to beat anyone. Even if it looks like they're going to win and they have full control, they are going to get dominated. This is not back in the day when, you had a chance with Calvin and, Matthew Stafford, or it's Barry Sanders and he's going to run all over somebody. They don't have that guy on either side of the ball. They just don't. So, as a Lions fan right now, you got to just go back, sit back, chill, have some wings. If you're vegan, have the vegan wings, bro. Those are pretty good, by the way. Dip it in some sauce, have a cold one, and just enjoy life. Because you're not enjoying football if you're a Lions fan. You're not actually, oh my God, I can't wait to watch the Lions play. You're not doing any of that, so it's not something to where I can even encourage that. You're just trying to buy the time. So what I would suggest is this, like I just said, get yourself something that you like to do, maybe a nice, scotch out of the barrel, something decent, and just relax and just be thankful to be alive. Because your team is trash. And that's just something that you got to understand. It's not... Dude, look, I got a lot of Lion fans, viewers that watch my podcast and listen to it. YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, whatever. GmiasWorld Podcast is worldwide. So all over the country and the world, people are watching this and listening. Guys, if you're a Lion fan, you're doing it wrong. If you're a Lions fan, just don't do it. But if you want to do it, make that an excuse for you to just sit back and be mellow and enjoy life for what it is. Because we're on the other side of the grass. So listen, bro, let's just enjoy it, because they're not going to do anything. And throughout the entirety of the season, this is probably what's going to happen. I don't see them really doing anything. And even if they do win 1 or 2 games, it won't matter. They're probably going to get the number 1 draft pick. Right now, they're just playing for the number 1 draft pick. That's it. Now, we jump over to Aaron Rodgers, right? Notice, listen, again, Aaron Jones had 4 touchdowns, but so did Aaron Rodgers. Okay, so we look at it, 0 interceptions, 22 of 27, pretty efficient. He didn't start out playing very well. So again, this is the thing, right? Aaron Rodgers is that kind of guy where, he comes off as an egomaniac, right? And then you look at Tom Brady, and Tom Brady is so great, but it's like he doesn't really come off like that, but they all quarterbacks have that in them. It's just the fact that Tom Brady wins so much, he doesn't need to do it. We do it for him. Like, God, yo, this dude is mad great, bro. Like, in the Seahawks Super Bowl, he came back, drove down the field against the Legion of Boom. Like, bro, Tom Brady has so many stories. Look, 28-3 against the Falcons. But in my opinion, I think he sold his soul to the devil. There's no way that this man is this great and doing whatever he wants, and it just always works out. Great guy on the surface. I think he's a great man overall. Never heard anything bad about Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers is the flip side of that. You know what I'm saying? He's like Two-Face from Batman. Like, this dude got all kind of crazy personalities. And people just want him to fail, and they don't respect him because he has the one Super Bowl, but he's immensely talented, right? So when he comes out and starts a game like that, all the A-Rod haters come out. And they're like, yo, there he is right there. They got their pitchforks like, yo, that dude's garbage. And then all of a sudden, he just starts throwing a couple flat plays, you know, to the running back, couple throws here, a couple throws there, and then all of a sudden, everything goes away. Because the Packers won and they did what they're supposed to do. And I love to watch Aaron Rodgers play. But in certain aspects of it, like I said, early in his career, I think it was the defensive side of the ball that really hurt him and not his play. Last year in the championship game against the Buccaneers, I think it was his play personally that hurt the team. He could have played a lot better, and I think they should have beaten the Buccaneers. But right now, let's get to this playing the Lions. If he loses to the Lions, I think he's done. We already know that this is his swan song. And he's gone. Devontae Adams, you know, they did that little stupid thing with the Michael Jordan thing, last dance picture before the season started. This is his last dance with the Packers. I don't believe he comes back. So he can't make this like, yo, you suck and you got more money and all the stuff that you've been doing in the offseason and now you're losing to the Lions. So I already knew they were going to beat the blood out the Lions. But early on, the tweets that I was seeing was just so wild. And people always jump the gun in sports. And this is just something that you know was guaranteed. The Lions are going to lose football games. That's what they're going to do. So don't worry about that. All right? But this Aaron Jones dude, bro, I hope you guys heard of him. If you guys had him in any type of fantasy league, you probably made a lot of money. They went crazy. And they just finished them off the way they're supposed to. It was nothing exciting. So again, this game, we all knew the outcome. Most of you guys are just watching to just hear what I had to say about it, but we already knew that there was no chance that the Lions were going to win this game. What we do want to watch, though, is how this team starts to continue to rebuild themselves after the blowout that they took in week 1 from the Saints. That's what I'm saying. It's a week by week. You saw what happened to the Saints last week. So let's just continue to watch and see what happens before we jump the gun that much. But I do agree, Aaron Rodgers has to outplay everybody's thought process of what they think he's going to do this year, because we're just waiting to see how he performs after that ridiculous offseason and the holdouts and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we saw what the Lions were, and they were who we thought they were. I'm going to see you guys and girls next week. One love, y'all.